The Backyardigans is infamously famous for the amount of subliminal messages included in each song. To any average person, these songs are just little tunes made for simple-minded children to listen to that have absolutely no significance, when in actuality, nothing could be further from the truth. For you see, in each song, there is a hidden message intended for the viewer to correctly decipher. The creators of the Backyardigans' goals were to help establish good moral values early on in the children's lives, so they would grow up to become good citizens that would grow up to be the best and the brightest. And while I was moderately exposed to them during my early adolescent years, my parents are unfortunately not intelligent enough to figure out what the Backyardigans' true motives were, and decided to position me towards more popular shows like VeggieTales, Bob the Builder, Barney the Dinosaur, and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It was a noble effort, but one that ultimately led to my intellectual downfall as a child. Since my discovery of this travesty 2 days ago, I have since dedicated my life to exploring the secret meetings of the Backyardigans, as well as help anyone else that may have also been deprived of the intellectual advice provided in the Backyardigans. The song we're looking at today is Yeti Stomp, which is from episode 3 of the first season, titled The Yeti. The appearance of the song makes it out to be about how Pablo is a Yeti, as he goes on to talk about his features and what he likes to do as a Yeti. However, the real meaning of the song can be found if we look at one line sung at the halfway point of the song, this line being, "I like raisins, not spaghetti." This line from the song was one that had for a time always bothered me. The context for the raisins makes sense, as it was brought up in that episode that Pablo likes to eat raisins as a Yeti. But why bring up the spaghetti? There's absolutely no reason for spaghetti to be brought up here in the song, given the context of the situation. He's made no comments as to episodes prior to this one on his opinions of spaghetti, and as far as the viewer can tell, the spaghetti has no major importance to the plot. That tells us that this line is more significant than any other. And then it hit me. What's Pablo's name? Pablo. What country does that name span from? Italy. And who else do we know And who else do we know comes from Italy? Mario. And what does Mario like to eat? Spaghetti. I had done great so far, but now I was at an impasse. An obstruction in my path toward knowledge, if you will. It was at this time that I began looking up everything I knew about what was already involved. I searched up the history of spaghetti and discovered nothing relevant. I searched up Mario's origins, and albeit fascinating, again was not any closer to the actual meaning. And then I looked up the name Pablo, and it was at this moment I had finally realized my fallacy. For you see, Pablo's name doesn't originate from Italy, it comes from Spain. I had finally discovered the true meaning obscured by this text. The whole reason Pablo brings up the fact that he doesn't like spaghetti is because he wants us to know that despite the fact that everyone stereotypically believes that the name Pablo is Italian, it's actually not. And he doesn't want to be identified as an Italian when his true roots are Spanish. Furthermore, he also doesn't want the audience to associate him with the world-renowned plumber Mario. Pablo has his own identity and performs his own actions, and he wants everyone to realize this. I hope this video was informative. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like it, and if you want to see more intellectually honest videos like this one, click subscribe, and until next time, viewers, I bid you farewell.